video, and welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. Basically this video is going to be a reading vlog where I'm finally getting around to reading a much anticipated series that I cannot wait for this. I'm going to be reading the Inheritance games. This is going to be a reading vlog. I'm going to bring you guys along with me. I realise I'm kind of late to the party and that most people have probably already read these books. Also, can we just appreciate the spines? We're going to start with the Inheritance games. We will get through all three in this video because this is a reading vlog of the entire series. It says, she came from nothing. Avery has a plan. Keep her head down, work hard for a better future. Then an eccentric billionaire dies, leaving her almost his entire fortune, and no one, least of all Avery, knows why. They had everything. Now she must move into the mansion she's inherited. It's filled with secrets and codes, and the old man's surviving relatives. A family hell-bent on discovering where Avery got their money. Now there's only one rule, winner takes all. Soon she is caught in a deadly game that everyone in this strange family is playing. But just how far will they go to keep their fortune? Sounds right up my street, and I've heard it be compared to like Knives Out, and I flippin' love that movie. And I just know that I'm gonna love all like the secret passageways, like the games and like mystery aspects. Oh, I cannot wait. Hi, I'm just interrupting the video quickly here because I forgot to say it, but spoiler warning, this video will contain spoilers because I'm literally reading the books and discussing what part of the plot I'm at with you. So if you don't want to know any spoilers for the Inheritance Games series, maybe don't watch this video. I try not to give too many massive spoilers, but there are going to be spoilers, so just putting a little disclaimer here. We have been introduced to Harry, a homeless man who she plays chess with every morning, and we've also been introduced to her half-sister. Avery's also been accused of cheating on a school test because she got a perfect score on a test that was designed for people not to get a perfect score on, which is so like backwards in itself anyway. So now she's saying that she's going to go live in her car because she doesn't want to live with her half-sister and the like on again off again boyfriend that she doesn't like of hers. Grayson Hawthorne has entered the chat. I wonder if the homeless man at the start has anything to do with this. We've now been introduced to Jameson as well. He was like drunk balancing on a balcony, and they've just had the will read, and like the family have got like a little bit each but not very much, and he's left like everything else to Avery. Okay, so she's got more settled in now, and she's like had a little bit of a tour of the house, and she started at her new school, and she's met Thea, and Thea's basically just told her that the last girl who spent time with the Hawthorne brothers in that house died. She's had a makeover, and they've made a bit of progress with trying to find out how she came to get all the inheritance. In the library they finally found a book that didn't match its cover, and then there was a piece of red like acetate in there, which is like a red filter, and she's just read the red typed copy of the will, and she's found that the only things that didn't disappear with the film over the top were the 4 grandsons' middle names, so I'm very intrigued as to what is going on. So Avery and Jameson went to the bridge to look for a clue because it related to one of the middle names, which are all locations, and they managed to find a clue on the bridge which looked like an infinity sign, or it could have been a number 8. Her and Jameson were in the woods trying to find the second clue from a location. They found something engraved in a tree, and someone literally tried shooting at them twice. Jameson just went to help her clean up her wounds and they had a little kiss. I want to know who shot at them. I want to know why she's inherited all of his money and everything. I want to know what the rest of the puzzle is. I want to know everything. Someone's just tried to run them off the road, and it turns out it was Drake, Libby's ex-boyfriend, and they found a rifle in the trunk of his car that preliminarily might match the bullet that was shot at her. Just wanted to say that I'm also not convinced that Tobias Hawthorne II, so Toby, is actually dead, because I am always sceptical about these things unless there's definitive dead body proof, which I understand there isn't. I'm always sceptical, so I wonder if it's got something to do with him. I just had a thought. It's really, really random and probably so far off, but what if the homeless guy, Harry, from the beginning, that she like played chess with every morning, and even though she couldn't really afford to, always bought him breakfast, what if he is actually Toby Hawthorne, like the uncle that was presumed dead? Oh my god. So Thea went along to like the dress shopping and everything, and like gave the hair and makeup team a picture of Emily for how to do Avery's like hair and makeup for the like gala thing. And so when she turned up, she obviously didn't know that she looked like Emily, and Grayson was like, "What are you doing?" And she was like, "What do you mean?" He was like, "You look just like her." And then Thea was like, "Oh, you know, I did it to sort of get to them." Oh my god, I've finally just finished the book and I was right. Harry, the guy that she played chess with in the park every morning, was Toby Hawthorne. I flipping loved this book, hands down 5 stars. I read it super quick. So it says, 1 step forward. Avery thought that solving the riddle left by billionaire Tobias Hawthorne would reveal why he left her, a complete stranger, his entire fortune. 2 steps back. But as the cryptic clues take an unexpected twist and the handsome and enigmatic Hawthorne grandsons continue to pull her in different directions, Avery can't help but wonder who she can really trust and who is just looking out for themselves. What happens when the truth just hides more secrets? Soon Avery realises this game is no longer just about money and power. Now she's playing for her life. One thing I quickly just want to say is that I feel like me and Jameson are just like, he's so obsessed and competitive and obsessed and drawn into puzzles so easily that like he's so determined that he doesn't want to give up with them, and that's so I'm like I love board games, puzzles, like riddles, anything like that, and I don't like giving up, and I can be a bit competitive, so I feel like on that we're sort of on the same wavelength, because he's the only character in it that's sort of like, it didn't take over him in the last one as such, but like he was the only one that kind of was willing to stick with it to the end, really. They've realised Toby is adopted. They've realised that he signed Avery's birth certificate even though Ricky Grams is listed as the father. So it's like, is he possibly actually her father? But they can't find him, so they're still trying. They've also found out who Grayson's father is, and Grayson and Jameson have just gone to try and like find him and get some answers from him. They found him, but they're just waiting to be able to speak to him. But we just had the hot tub scene. So Avery and Grayson have given an interview, basically so that Sky and Ricky didn't. And also they had a little kiss. Oh my god, was the Kaylee girl that died in the fire on Hawthorne Island, was that her mum's sister? And then her mum found him on the beach changed his bandages and was like helping him. I finished the Hawthorne Legacy last night. So much was revealed in the last like 100 pages. Oh my god. Too much to give away and update you on. It was just like reveal after reveal. There's one last game. Against all odds, Avery has survived nearly a year of secret schemes and love lost and found at Hawthorne House. She's weeks away from fulfilling the terms of Tobias Hawthorne's will and inheriting his billions. One more player. Avery thinks she knows all the family secrets, but when a familiar face arrives with shocking news and a plea for help, it's clear there is one last puzzle to solve. One final twist. Soon Avery and the Hawthorne brothers are drawn into a last deadly game against an unknown and powerful opponent. So Eve has just turned up at Hawthorne House, asking them for help because Toby is apparently missing. So I'm not convinced that I trust Eve, because I think her turning up is just very suspicious. Eliza has given Avery like a bag of stuff that she was like, oh, I was instructed to keep it safe by Tobias unless certain criteria were met. And so Avery was like, what were the conditions? And she was like, if you ever met Evelyn Shane, who is Eve. Okay, so Avery's just been sent a box that was delivered to the school, but for her, and they managed to get it open, so she's with like all the Hawthorne brothers, Eve, Libby, etc. And they managed to get it open. It was like a combination lock, and now they've got a timer is set, and she's spoken to the person that has Toby, and they've got like 12 hours to figure it out before something happens to Toby. But I've only just today started a new painting like series or collection, I guess you could call it. It's going to be 5 paintings loosely tied into and based off of the inheritance games, kind of, but I suppose you could also say it's influenced by like the Queen's Gambit and things like that. Basically, I'm gonna do some paintings that hopefully are gonna turn out as I want them to. A set of 5, which I'll either put available as a set or individuals, I guess, on my Etsy store, and yeah, I'm excited to get them started. But I've only done the backgrounds so far because they needed a fair few coats, so I started those today. So hopefully, coming soon to my Etsy, if you don't know, I'm an artist and I have an Etsy store, I'll leave it linked down below. Hopefully they will be on there soon. Literally all that I've done is these 5 backgrounds, so these are 5 like wood panels, they're all A4 size, they're sort of like stacked. So 1 here, there, etc. 3 black, 2 white. That's sort of like the layout that I'll be going for. And then basically on the black one in the centre I want to do a white king chess piece, and then the 2 white ones will be a black queen and a black bishop, and then the 2 black ones that could in theory go on the ends would be a white knight and a white rook, but with like metallic detailing and stuff. In my head I've got a vision. It'll make sense if I can translate it, but yeah, basically just wanted to quickly jump in here and say that I've been inspired by this book series so much to create some paintings from it. So if you want to see them when they're done, I will link my Etsy shop down below. You can check out paintings that I've already done, and you can check these out when they are on there. Okay, I didn't do an update because I just finished the final gambit and I couldn't put it down, so hence I just kept reading rather than updating you. So much happened that my brain needs to comprehend it fully. But I think that's going to take a while. I'm not going to reveal too much else about what I read from the point I was at, because I try not to give too many like big spoilers in these videos. Like obviously there will be spoilers because I'm literally reading the book and discussing the plot, like that's what I do, but I'm not going to give too much away. And the ending of this one, like, oh my god, I think by the end of it I was definitely Team Jameson, but I can see both sides of it. So I have to say I thoroughly enjoyed reading all three of these. Definitely like a new favourite series for me. I think I would say the first one I would give 5 stars, and then the second one, yeah, I think they're all 5-star books for me, to be perfectly honest, because I honestly can't choose between this one. This one sort of like blew my mind a bit. That is it for my reading vlog of the Inheritance Games series. I had a blast filming this and reading these books. But anyway, that is it for today's video. If you have any thoughts on whether you're Team Grayson or Team Jameson, or you've read the books, or you know, you just want to chat, leave a comment in the box down below, and yeah, I'll always reply to comments. And I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and hopefully I'll see you in my next one.